What the hell happened after 6, 7 o'clock? Man, what's up, LA Live Gang? This your boy AC, and I'm back with another late night edition of LA Sports Live. You guys see the thumbnail, you see the title. Uh, I laid down to take a nap around 6:30 ish or something like that. Excuse me, and because I'm working overnight, and then I pick up the phone, I get dressed real quick and jump on the road. And I turned on Alan Slewa, and Alan Slewa says that John Wall and the Rockets reach a buyout and that he's going to the Clippers. And I'm like, okay, all right, who cares about the Clippers? Now, of course, um, right after I got off of work about 3 or whatever, I don't know what time it was. We get the news that Kyrie decides to opt in, and he says he's going to return to the Nets. Subsequently, since then, we keep hearing all these different reports, other reports saying that with Kyrie opting in, there's still a great possibility that he could be moved, he could be traded. Even though he says, I'm staying in Brooklyn, I'm going to stay with KD. You know, there's numerous reports saying that a trade is still possible because now that he's opting in, the scenario is a little bit different um, versus a sign and trade. We know for sure already that a sign and trade is not a favorable situation by pretty much all NBA teams. In this scenario, especially the Lakers, because if they did do a sign and trade with Kyrie, they would be hard capped, and that's we know that's something that the Lakers definitely don't want. Uh, but with Irie opting in, uh, there's I guess there's a slight possibility he could be traded, and the scenario is different. And then whatever team acquires him, no, they would not be hard capped. So like I said, we had the big stream earlier yesterday afternoon. We had the real big stream, had over 100 people on the stream. And, I said I was a little bit ambivalent about this Kyrie to the Lakers deal because it just, something wasn't sitting right. We definitely would take a player, a talent like Kyrie. Excuse me. Kyrie is a 50-40-90 guy. I repeat, Kyrie is a 50-40-90 guy. 50% from the field, 40% from three, 90% from the free throw line. So that's that is nothing to sneeze at. That is top tier talent. And if you have the ability to acquire a player with that type of talent, there's something you don't just push aside and take lightly. But I think the Lakers, based upon what happened last year, the Lakers kind of got burned with the Russell Westbrook deal. They weren't going to do anything stupid. They weren't going to do anything outrageous to acquire um, Kyrie Irving. And it is what it is. They just pretty much stayed on course. And Kyrie folded. He opted in, and that's that. That's that. So I guess we can. I think we can close the book to this saga, to this chapter of the Lakers off season. Today is we're moving right into Tuesday. It's 12 o'clock here on the West Coast. Yeah, excuse me. And we're moving into Tuesday early, Tuesday morning. So I mean, the clock is ticking. So So now, if it's early Tuesday morning, so free agency is going to start sometime on Wednesday, I believe, at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So a lot of other dominoes are going to fall. What I think is going to happen tomorrow is, I think tomorrow we're going to see players like Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal opt in or opt out. We know pretty much for sure Russ is pretty much a lock, a guarantee to opt in. We know, and well, the situation with Bradley Beal, um, we're not so sure. You know, I'm thinking Bradley Beal is going to opt out, and then he's going to sign another mega deal with the Wizards. That's just what I think is going to happen. Um, but we'll see. We'll see. Um, and like I said, I think Russ is going to go ahead and opt in. And but you never know. The, this thing is going back and forth. The sentiment on either side goes back and forth. Lakers keep Russ, or you keep Russ. The sentiment is going back and forth, and which every day, which every little thing that happens, every little situation happens, the the sentiment sways one way or the other. Either one way they're going to keep Russ, or they're not going to keep Russ, and so people are saying now the sentiment is that we're going to keep Russ. I don't think so. I think the Lakers have a couple deals on the table for Russ. They're just waiting on him. They're just waiting on him. I honestly do think, and just I honestly do think that the Lakers have a deal on the table with Charlotte. The Lakers, Genie Bus, they're going to call up the old friend. The Lakers are going to call up the old friend, Mitch Kupchak, general manager of Charlotte, and say, "Hey, man, we need you to do us a solid. Everybody else around the league is trying to fuck us." I repeat, the Lakers will call an old friend, Mitch Kupchak, general manager of Charlotte, and say, "Hey, we need you to do us a solid. Everybody else in the league is trying to fuck us. You know, let's make a deal for Russ, and we do not want to give up draft picks." And I predict Charlotte will say, "Okay, no problem. Matter of fact, we'll give you a draft pick if you take a certain player off our hands. We'll give you a draft pick." And I think that's what's going to go down. Charlotte has a couple young players that they're going to have to pay for the next couple years, and they got to clear that space. And there's a couple players on their roster who, you know, let's just say they favor the younger players over these guys who are making, the money right now. So I think that's the deal. I think that's the play. The Lakers have some sort of deal on the table with Charlotte. That deal will immediately be made. That trade will be immediately executed. I predict it will be immediately executed once Russ opts in to his contract. So we'll see, man. We're not getting too many people to hop on tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Just I just wanted to get my thoughts. Nobody gives a damn about John Wall. It ain't gonna make no difference on the Clippers. Um, but this Kyrie situation kind of teaches us a lesson, man. Uh, last year was a different scenario, but us as fans, we should never expect a player to come to any team, let alone the Lakers, and take a significant pay cut, and certainly not expect any player to come to a team like the Lakers and sacrifice $30 million to take a pay cut and come to the Lakers. That just doesn't make any good business sense at all. No agent is ever going to advise that. And I'm not saying it wasn't a real thing, because Kyrie is Kyrie, and if anybody's going to do that, it would be him. But no agent would ever suggest that. And quite honestly, as one black man to another one, I would never advocate. Yeah, Kyrie's already rich, but I would never advocate for him to give up $30 million just to come help my team win. You know, if that's what you want to do, that's on you. But I'm definitely not going to say anything bad about him for going ahead and taking the money that he has had a contract signed, still delivered, and I can't hate, can't be mad on him picking up that option. It makes all the sense in the world. Anyway, it's your boy AC, LA Sports Live. I'll wrap with y'all later.